Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction or read through for Omniscient Reader or Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, ORV chapters 50 and 51. I'm excited to read as always. I also have another special Omniscient Reader video for you coming tomorrow, so I guess be prepared for that. So yeah, either way, before we get into reading, I am sorry if I have forgotten some names. I have really tried to get them down, but sometimes it's a little bit difficult. It's, a different language, a different culture. I'm not used to a lot of the names, so it's harder to get them memorized for me, but I do think I have all the plot down. So honestly, I'm not sure. I guess Dokja's in the right here. So Dokja's plan is to stop or take down, or whatever he's going to do with the prophets at this Night of the Prophet meeting. So we have all the prophets, which are previous people who have read, the story, or at least basically the prologue, just the first little bit of it. But a couple, 12, have read up to chapter 50. Those are the 12 disciples. And actually, the rest of the prophets don't like the 12 disciples. And there are actually 11 of them because Dokja himself would logically be the 12th. So actually, the rest of the group have come together and they have an anti-12 disciple weapon, apparently. They have a big plan, because we've already met with 2 of them, and Dokja here wants to stop them because they have already screwed with the timeline. Kind of like he has, but they've kind of put an obstacle in his way, because now they have to deal with the Tyrant King, and the Tyrant King isn't supposed to be a big problem at this point in the story, but some people who were prophets screwed that up. Some of them went and tried to use their knowledge to change things, and it ended up making him more powerful than he should be at this point in the story, which is a problem for Dokja and his group right now, probably. But there's 48 that are known, and I would assume then that 11 of those 48, maybe if they're counting Dokja himself, even though they don't know his identity, 11 or 12 of those 48, I'm assuming, count as the disciples. So there's like 36, 37 that are going to be at this meeting, you would assume. Of course, more people read the beginning, but a lot of them probably died, because here's the thing, even if you're like Dokja, who's read everything, there's still a good chance, like, even if you've read everything, it's pretty normal for people to die. They're in pretty dire straits. They're in pretty serious scenarios. Like, if Dokja himself, he isn't just getting by on being able to read the future. If he wasn't resourceful enough, or if he didn't know how to use that information to his advantage properly, there's so many times Dokja could have easily died by now. So, with that in mind, that's what we're getting into next, because Dokja took the leader of the station that had been brainwashed and undid the brainwashing. So yeah, we'll have to see what his plan is. Is he going to try to kill the prophets so that they stop screwing up the future? Is he going to use his lies to try to win them over to his side to work for him? Or is he just going to tell them, hey, knock it off? But, we'll see where that goes. Also, I wanted to mention this. I almost forgot to say something. In the future, I asked it about Kubera, and I'm sure I'll probably get the same answer here as I did with Kubera and with Tower of God. Do you think I should just start showing the chapter again, but with a filter over it? I know we're not supposed to, and it is a risk of getting these videos taken down, so keep that in mind. But with Tower of God and with Kubera, people said, no, we don't care about the risk. You should put the chapter there. Just put a filter over it. So if you want that for Omniscient Reader, then starting next video, I can start doing that again. Just let me know what you think. But either way, since that's out of the way, big intro, usual for my videos. Let's read 50 and 51. And if for some reason they're really short, we can do more than just those 2. It's just Omniscient Reader chapters are usually pretty substantial. There's a lot to talk about, a lot to go through. They're on the longer side, typically. They have a big team working on them, so that's probably a part of why they're able to do such big chapters. And, of course, they're just adapting something that was already written and published. But, yeah, we'll do more if there's a chance, but I don't want to rush. I want to take my time and discuss things as I'm reading them. Really get these things down. So we have Hermit Cloak, 3,000 coins. And like I said, I remembered since last video all those plot points really well, but let me tell you, the ruler of the station guy and the two prophets that Dokja met, if I see their names, I'll recognize them, but I can't think of them off the top of my head. And we have mental stimulant, 3,000 coins. That's what he used to break the hypnosis last time. I'd be lying if I say I don't regret spending 6,000 coins, but if I can have the Hermit King of the Shadows, don't worry, I'm not here to take your flag. Okay, so if Hermit King is one of the 7 kings, Tyrant King's another, so we know of those two then. I'm not here to take your flag. Let's be friends. It's a small price to pay. Alright? We have episode 50, chapter 11, Night of the Prophets, part 2. And we see they're currently in Dongbyo Station, a reminder. It's difficult to talk in person, isn't it? If it's okay with you, I'd like you to use this, even without hypnosis. He has severe social anxiety. They're like a propaganda machine that covers the truth with lies to control the future. That line is kind of weird. Hold on. They're like a propaganda machine that covers the truth with lies to control the future. This child was under the control of the prophets until a moment ago. Okay. Han Dong-hoon, that was his name. Han Dong-hoon has used AOE Internet level 5 on your smartphone. You can access the internet from anywhere within the Seoul Dome as long as Han Dong-hoon is conscious. That's extremely useful. That might be the most useful ability so far. Because yeah, I forgot, recently we found out it's only the capital cities that are in this end-of-the-world dome scenario. Outside of the capital cities of the world, the rest of the world, life is just going on as normal. So having access to the internet outside of the dome is probably one of the most useful things ever. That's huge. And then, who are you? And he's going to use that to talk. Which is, you know, good. They won't get eavesdropped on doing that. I've been looking for you. It's finally almost over. I thought he was going to invite him to whatever the group chat thing he has going on with Hyunsung and Huiwon. We'll be done by tomorrow. I could really use that bottle of soju right now. Pork belly, too. I know, right? Did you see the way he looked at me earlier? Oh? That's what Sunguk said as well. He was glaring at me with his eye of the sage. I almost had a heart attack. His eyes were like this. You've only read the prologue. You wouldn't know if he was using the eye of the sage or not. I know. You must be scared and confused. As if. Sorry. Intrusive thoughts. But others don't seem to believe us. What do we do about that? They keep insisting that they want to go to Chungmuro to check. Let me talk to them. Give me the phone. Huh? You despise the prophets, right? Right. If you want, I can get rid of them for you. They shouldn't exist. They'll ruin the epilogue that I want to create. All you just want is to use my power. No, what I want is the opposite. I want you to not do anything from now on. Okay? What's going on? The internet's not working. Oh, they lost their modem. Damn it, did he fall asleep again? Go check up on him. What a bother. Oh, we have the smack now of his head. Is he trapped within the tent? There's something here. Oh no, we ran into Dokja himself. Mr. Yu, what are you? I've taken care of a few of them, but there's too many of them. We can't hold them for long. Okay, so are they just slaughtering this place? What's going on? You can't do this to us. You can't take on all of us, even if you're the great Yu Jung-kyuk. All of you? Why would I? All I need to do is take out the leader. Oh? Oh, and he has the Dongmyo flag. So you were the true leader of Dongmyo. How? Nobody would be stupid enough to have their flag on display out in the open like that. They're the ones who know the future. There's no way they'd make a character from the novel their leader. True. Smart. I mean, that's assuming that they're not idiots, though, I guess, to be true, to be honest with you. Starting now, you'll do as you're told. They just kept using Dong-hoon under hypnosis and exploited him. But seeing how Sunguk wasn't the leader, there was only one answer. You've obtained the flag of the Dongmyo group. Your Navy flag has absorbed the contribution point or accumulated in the Navy flag. Doesn't that mean that he dies, though, if his flag is stolen? Your Navy flag has evolved into a brown flag. You're protected by the power of the flag. Mr. Yu, if the other prophets find out, but you have no internet, how will you tell them? Why are you doing this to us? Well, I don't see the point in giving you an answer at this point. Even if I were the real Yu Jung-hyuk, I would have never teamed up with the likes of you. What do you mean? Could it be? You should have read to the end. The remaining members of the Dongmyo group are awaiting your order. Okay, I thought if you were the leader and had your flag stolen, I thought you died. Everybody else might get transferred over, but I thought the leader died. But I guess not. I guess everybody gets transferred over then. So now they're all working for Dokja. Now you can restrict the activities of your group members using an oath. Alright. We see the outside. We haven't seen the outside of these tunnels in forever. I'm just now noticing. I'm just now realizing. Man, I haven't slept this well in a while. After dealing with Lee Sung-guk and Jung Min-sub last night, I went around the neighborhood. I went around the neighboring stations. I'm sorry I can't read. I'm sorry I'm illiterate, everyone. Near Dongmyo and planted my flag. Stations currently owned. He had 5 last chapter, so now we're up to a total of 9 stations. Alright, and Chongshin is the target station. And I was told it's Chongshin, not Chongsin, I believe. And we are currently at Dongmyo. Chungmuro back at the base. One more station and the King's Path scenario is over. I've almost completed one of the core goals of this scenario. Gosh, already 4 p.m. I must have been pretty tired. Your spirits recovered fully due to a good night's sleep. Your personal skills have been partially updated. Okay, and we're seeing Hwee-won and Hyun-sung. Dokja, you're up. We're ready to go. When should we leave? Wait. And he looks over. We see Min-sob and... Oh, Chung-guk? Was that it? We see the 2 of them reacting. Did you sleep well? We beg you, please spare us. I should have killed them both, but I've let them join the Chungmuro group because they're still useful. 1. You cannot tell anyone about who I really am. Yes, sir. You have used your authority as the leader. You've put restrictions on the group members Lee Sung-guk, Sung-guk, and Jung Min-sub, with an oath. You 2 must obey my every word, and are not allowed to act individually. Of course, group members Lee Sung-guk and Jung Min-sub have accepted the oath. This oath is an oath of death. Group members Lee Sung-guk and Jung Min-sub will die if they break the oath. Well, alright, there's no telling when I'll change my mind, but good luck. That should do it. We've made it. Oh, I might let you stick around longer if you do well. I kind of like these 2. I kind of want them to stick around. I kind of like these guys. Excuse me, what should we call you, sir? Just like you did now. But call me Yu Jung-hyuk in front of the other prophets. And Min-sub. Yes, sir. That fugitive's mask you have. Give it to me. Alright. Whoa. That must be how the real Jung-hyuk looks. He's so good looking. The prophecy was true. I told you he couldn't have been Jung-hyuk. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They're just like, oh my god, Jung-hyuk, he's so hot. I love these guys. The fugitive's mask. It's a useful item that can change one's appearance. Maybe I should change my hairstyle too? Awesome. It's good that he had such a useful item, since I had to keep acting like Yu Jung-hyuk to attend the Night of the Prophets. Come to think of it, I should learn more about these 2 just in case. Hey Min-sub, what are your attributes? I'm sorry? The following character something have been updated. What? An update? I don't buy it. Yeah, character information. Okay, and he can see their information now. Whereas before, he couldn't because they were prophets. I guess either A, it's because they're a part of his group now, or B, maybe we've just gotten to a point where they don't know what's going to happen in the future anymore, and that has changed things, but you would have thought we already hit that point, so maybe that makes less sense. Maybe it is just because they're working for him. but we get his full character information. He's 25. His supporting constellation is the Cursed Gladiator, which sounds really cool. His attributes are Berserker Rare, and Renouncer is normal. The 1089th Renouncer is normal. So there were only a little over 100 people who read more than Mean Sub. And he has Blade Proficiency level 2, Powerful Blow level 2, Berserker level 3, Memory Enhancement level 5. Those don't seem great, TBH. His Stigma is Vengeance level 1. His stats are Stamina 18, Strength 16, Agility 12, and Mana 10. Not great ones, TBH. You know? An incarnation with above average stats and abilities. Is that above average? Maybe my window is so skewed by seeing really powerful people around Dokja. His supporting constellation doesn't give him much support, but he's a capable warrior nonetheless. Had he been a little more patient, he could have become a disciple. Poor him. Oh yeah, you know, only a little over 100 read more than him, so if he just was more patient with the story, he could have made it to, what, chapter 50? He was missing from the attribute window just yesterday, but now he's one of the characters. So this must be what it meant when it said my skill was updated. Okay, so he counts as a character now where he didn't count before. My attribute is, there's no need. Yes, sir. Hey, pass me your phones. Yes, sir, here you go. Alright, they're offline now. I cut them off last night. No phone, no mask. Han Dong-hun has used AoE Internet level 5. You now have internet connection on your device. I'm gonna trust you just this once, says Dong-hun. I don't know if it should be Dong-hun or Dong-hoon, to be honest, though. I'm just going with it. Well, thanks. And then Han Dong-hun's supporting constellation reveals his nickname. The constellation Shadow Behind the Curtains expresses his gratitude. You've been gifted 500 coins. Huh? The Prophets group chat. There are 36 people. All the Prophets in the group chat are early renouncers. None of them are disciples. But sir, yes? What you said last night. You should have read to the end. Do you also know about the revelation by any chance? And they're blushing. And then, of course, I know it all too well, he thinks. You'll be glad to have met me instead of you, Jung-hyuk. Wow, could he be? Let's go. So they know he's the 12th, basically. But yeah, they are kind of lucky to have met him, not you, Jung-hyuk. That would have been worse for them. And we see the 519th. Is it true? Is Jung-hyuk really coming tonight? And the 67th. He definitely is. The 9th and the 1089th said so last night. 887th. 9th is an idiot, but I may buy it if it was 1089th who said so. The 124th. If things don't work out this time, we're all dead. 887 again. You're not even in Seoul, 124th. We're the ones in trouble here. So they were somewhere else reading when this all happened. Yes, I mean, everyone except me. I win. So I wonder if they're just outside of the city, but using the internet to communicate, or if they're in another area somewhere in the world. I want to regress like Jung-hyuk did. If only I read the novel to the end. I mean, if only I read past episode 50. Those Disciple guys have it good. We see the 15th. Yeah, but seriously, how do you even read 50 episodes of this crap? Those guys aren't normal. Just not a fan of TWSA. I hear you, lol. They're not right in the head. And now we have the 888th. Are you sure that no one's pirated the novel yet? Not even a TXT file? I've been searching all over the past few days. There's nothing online. It's so crap that no one even pirated it. And then the 763rd. If anyone had the copy of the novel right now, they'd be like gods. I wouldn't share it with anyone if I had it, or even if I had it. And of course, Dokja is the one with it. Pirate it? Pay for it if you want to read it, you bastards. Webtoons too. We have arrived. Already? And we see Anguk. The Night of the Prophets has begun. Really? Really, is it him? I heard it was true. I don't buy it. Alright, main scenario 4. Okay, the recap of the scenario at the end of the chapter. And that was a heck of a long one. It was a really good chapter, though. That was great. I like this plot. I say it, I think, every time I read, basically. But Omniscient Reader just gets better every time I read. It's so good. It's really, really good. I guess I'll end this discussion here and just start reading the next one and talk through as we're reading the next one. I feel like I said most everything I could have said as I was reading through. So, yeah, I guess with that out of the way, let's just jump into chapter 51. I am really, really excited to see what the prophets look like, because they could be cool characters, especially if they're going to be teaming up with Dokja like the other two are. Then it does make me really excited for, new characters coming in. I feel like our important cast is kind of on the smaller side. There have been a lot of characters introduced, but most of them haven't stuck around for very long or really been important particularly. So it does make me wonder a bit if we're going to get some more important characters here, which is something that excites me. Something else that I was thinking last chapter as well is it's interesting how in the first couple chapters I thought that the constellations and their true identities were going to be like really, really important to the story. And I'm not saying they're not, but at the very least, I think they won't be until later on, because they haven't really been so far. I thought that whose supporting constellation was whose was going to be something that was like really important, and what figure from history or mythology they was going to be incredibly important. But really, they just kind of haven't been, except for maybe Jihye. But either way, let's read chapter 51 and see what we get. We're seeing a map again, and then we see where Anguk is. Okay, so Anguk is there, so they're actually moving away from Changshin to have this meeting. Alright. Nobody must have taken this place over yet. It was a pact made between the prophets. It could be dangerous to gather at a station that's controlled by someone. It's sort of a DMZ. And then, hey, 1089th. Hey there, 763rd. Have you been? You're looking good. Could my ass. It's been hell because of the Tyrant King. That's why I told you not to go towards Dobongu. You should have listened. Anyway, could he be? Is he? And then nod. Gasp. Everybody just simping for him. I love it. It's an honor to meet you, Mr. Yu Jung-hyuk. I love all their reactions. Is he really? And he has to act all like tough like Yu Jung-hyuk. He's much more handsome than I imagined. Mr. Jung-hyuk, I'm the 998th. I'm the 1055th. It's an honor to meet you, sir. What the? It's not like I'm really a king or anything. It was impressive how you fought against Asmodeus in your second regression. So again, we know that it seems like he fights against like actual mythological beings later in this. It's too bad that it was only told to us as a flashback in the Revelation. I've always wanted to hear about that from you personally. Nice to meet you. I'm the 1168th. Okay. Are any of these guys going to be suspicious? Like, we see their number, like the one that he could see their profile, we could see that his number was true, but any of the others could honestly just lie about their numbers, right? They could be one of the disciples just lying, right? The 1168th. He must have read almost 50 episodes then, thinks Dokja. He even knows about Asmodeus. He might be the one who's read the most among the people here. Alright, Chapter 11, Night of the Prophets, Part 3. But if you don't mind me asking, are you currently in your third regression? That's right. Let down. Oh, I see. He doesn't need to be sad. Yu Jung-hyuk was pretty good in his early regressions too. Mr. Hyun-sung, are you really Hyun-sung the Steel Blade Lee? And then they all know him from the story too. Oh my gosh, look at those muscles. I'm sorry, what are you talking about? I'm not Steel, whatever it is that you're calling me. And of course, because he's bad with women where he's never had much experience around them. Excuse me, are you by any chance Naval Commander Lee Ji-hye? No, I see. Why am I the only one who isn't famous? This is the Night of the Prophets? It's more like a farmer's market. And everybody's just gathered around talking. Where's the weapon? What? The secret weapon you told me about. Let me see that first. Oh, that. Okay. Some sort of rock? A rock! Oh, it might have been one of the falling things. Remember when they saw all the, like, falling meteors or whatever? It might have been that. A rock. No, what? It's a rock. The pioneers used to drive these babies for miles. The shooting star we saw at the cinema earlier. Yeah, it is. Okay. Is that a meteorite? Haha, yes. You may not be aware at this point in time, but that meteorite contains a powerful weapon. We assume it contains an artifact of immense value. But I thought meteorites needed time to hatch. We've been taking turns supplying it with mana. We should be able to hatch it sometime tonight. We've been at it for days, so... No, this doesn't make sense, he thinks. A red meteorite. Only someone who's read up to the 4th regression would know about this. Who told you about the meteorite? What? Who brought that thing here? That was the 1124th, I think. There's no way someone who gave up that early could know about this. Where is he now? Oh, I don't think he's here yet. We have to get out of here. What? Is it like a creature instead of an artifact? This is a trap. Use that thing as a weapon? Who could have come up with such a crazy idea? Alright, so it is dangerous, and it's moving. I think it's going to be a creature. What's going on? Could it finally be hatching? Damn it, I came here to wipe out the prophets, not to get myself killed. I shouldn't have trusted these idiots who haven't even read the book to the end. Everyone, run. What do you mean, run? And then we have a flash of red light. Am I too late? And he's blocked in. The constellations who are protesting the excessive dialogue censorship have stopped. Right, because everything about the novel and prophecy and stuff would be censored out for the constellations. Many constellations are interested to see the sign. The constellation Prisoner of the Golden Headband is very intrigued by what's happening. The constellation Secretive Plotter is looking forward to your ingenious planning. Was it the 1124th who asked you to gather here tonight? What? I'm not sure. I just thought we had all agreed on this. Jeez, what did I expect from these morons? Okay, Dokja uses the group chat. Get behind me, everyone. Are we going to run? We can't. The barrier's been put up, as you can see. Damn it, the 4th scenario isn't even over yet, and we've come across the catastrophe of the 5th scenario. The meteorite's the main event of the 5th scenario, and they hatched it early. Depending on their size and color, the meteorites contain either a precious treasure or something dangerous. The meteorite that I see before me is the kind that should never be hatched. Who gets to keep the artifact that comes out of here? Well, the signs of the 5th scenario begin to appear. Huh, what's going on? Why is the main scenario? And then the sky, the top of his head gets blown off. Everyone starts screaming. What is that? They were mistaken because the meteorite that Yu Jung-hyuk found in his 3rd regression was bright red colored. Please don't let it be a major catastrophe, thinks Dokja. What's that? Or what about the artifact? And it's leaking peanut butter. We have the gluck gluck sound effects. Okay. A talon comes out. What is that? Alright. We have a stomp. Tier 5 Fire Dragon. Lesser Dragon Ignir has appeared. Alright, a fire... Honestly, you know what? As scary as a fire dragon might be, maybe it's because it says lesser dragon that, I'm like, I think they can handle it. I think they can take it. They have had to deal with dinosaurs and all kinds of crazy stuff. Dokja took out the, Ichthyosaur from the inside out. I'm a little less concerned, I mean, it's probably bad for all the random prophets, like the 36 of them, 35 now. They're probably going to get, whittled down pretty harshly. But also, I was kind of right. I was kind of right about one of them just kind of lying about their number to betray the rest. It's a catastrophe. What is that monster? Mr. Jung-hyuk. They're all running to Dokja. A hidden scenario will begin soon. A hidden scenario? Everyone, move to a corner. That thing shouldn't have appeared during the 4th scenario. There should be an intervention since it's much too difficult for us. Some constellations are protesting the sudden spike in difficulty. This isn't good. Oh, and they're speaking with a black box like the Dokkaebi. I'm excited to scroll down. Is it going to be a new Dokkaebi? How'd you end up entering this route anyway? You did seem to be getting ahead of yourselves lately. Gosh, it is! New Dokkaebi! I love the Dokkaebi so much. They're my favorites. I love them. How could you awaken the catastrophe when you haven't even completed the 4th scenario yet? Some of you have supporting constellations who care about you, so I can't let you die, but I still can't lower the difficulty. It's a mid-level Dokkaebi. Did he stop the Lesser Dragon from moving? This isn't fair. We haven't even finished the 4th scenario yet. Hey, be quiet, will you? It's been decided then. There will be no adjustment to the difficulty. But it'd be no fun if you all died, so I'll change the scenario a bit to the best of my abilities. An impromptu sub-scenario has been added to the hidden scenario. Alright? Hidden scenario, united we fall, divided we fall. Category hidden, difficulty A, clear conditions, defeat the minor catastrophe, Lesser Dragon Ignir. Yeah, they're calling it minor and lesser within the time limit, so that just shows how crazy things get later. Or survive its attack. Time limit 20 minutes, reward 3,000 coins, penalty for failure, death. There are hidden pieces in the scenario. Honestly, it says defeat it or survive, but the thing is called United We Fall, Divided We Fall. Do you have to unite? Can't you just kind of run around in a circle and hope it misses all of its attacks and let everybody else die in the meantime? That's like my video game brain kicking in. Lee Hyun-sung, do we have to kill that thing? No, don't even dream about it. Although it's a minor catastrophe, it's still dangerous. Even if Yu Jung-hyuk were here, we wouldn't stand a chance against a Tier 5 fire dragon. Well then, enjoy the scenario. I love the Dokkaebi. I love them. Run clockwise, everyone. Run in circles and hope it misses. The plan, the strat. And then we have screaming, flames being spewed out. We've managed to dodge the attack. But this is only the beginning. Tier 5, sorry, I'm just laughing so much that they're running clockwise. Tier 5 Fire Dragon, Lesser Dragon Ignir is preparing to use Flame of Destruction. Look for a plate. What? Number 5, or 2 or 3, make a total of 5, hurry. A hidden piece is activated, we see a 3. And then, number plates have been activated. Absolute Shield will be activated for 10 seconds when the number of people standing on the plate is equal to the number that's written on it. Plates, I see. Hidden pieces. This has to be a trap set up by someone. The disciples are the most likely culprit. Get lost. And some of them are turning on the others. When the number of people exceeds the number or is less than the number, Absolute Shield will not take effect. They probably wanted to wipe out the earlier renouncers this way. It's not a bad idea. I said get lost. No matter how minor it is, it's good to have less people who know the future. Sir, I can't find a plate. Okay, and we have Min Sub is using the group chat. There are none here as well, and Tweebon's with him. Here's one, but... and Sunguk finds it. They all look down. Only 4 people can enter. Alright. Main scenario, capture the flag. Honestly, it should be easy to work together for this one. This is like much easier than the finding, places to protect yourself from before. Capture the flag, main, difficulty C. Okay, that's just a recap of the main scenario. Alright, another fun chapter. Things have taken a turn for the more exciting, but even if they hadn't, I was just really enjoying the plot and character stuff we've been getting. So yeah, it's all been very, very good. I don't think there's too much to discuss here at the end that I didn't talk about while going through. I just thought that these were really good. I think that ORV just continues to get better and better. One of the hypest things for me, we got a new Dokkaebi, and I love the Dokkaebi. So, yeah, that was cool. And also the fact that, so we've seen 2 Dokkaebi that I think might be lesser or minor Dokkaebi, like Be Young and the other one that we saw at the other scenario. And they were kind of like small chibi mascot characters. This one was kind of, but this one was a little bit more humanoid. And I think Dokja called him a mid-level Dokkaebi, so does that mean that there are high-level Dokkaebi, and even higher than that are even more humanoid and probably even more powerful? Which is saying something, because even Be Young at the lowest potential level has shown like a crazy amount of godlike abilities. So yeah, Either way, I hope you did enjoy the video. Like I said, I'll try to do another ORV thing tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Like if you did like this video, comment down there, tell me what you thought of these chapters, my first thoughts and reaction. Subscribe for more ORV, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, it's free and open for anyone. All you gotta do is ask and I'll give you a link to it. If you'd like to help support the channel, to help me to keep making things, it's patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description. Or you can, patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description, or you can get joined down below to become a channel member, or you can drop a super thanks if you want to. Patrons and members get one piece a bit early and get shoutouts at the end of every video, so thank you to patrons and members. Thank you to Chosen Regular Evan Hawley. Thank you to Magical Girls FR Nono and Smeller Dog. Thank you to Cherryton student David Langstaff, to Slayer candidate SG, and to Pure Element Pate Ardeal. Thank you all so much for your support. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.